During my broad field site investigation of poetry, something that piqued my interest was how poetry has migrated into visual media platforms. From this exploration, I have narrowed my field site to focus on Poetry Shop, a niche area of TikTok where poetry is combined with videographic features and is shared to the platform with relevant hashtags. Poetry is considered to be a dying art despite the range of benefits it can provide to readers and writers. In contrast, TikTok is overwhelmingly popular, and video content currently rules the social media landscape. Poetry Talk bridges video content with the endangered literary genre that is poetry, engaging people in poetic readership in a contemporary, captivating way. I believe it is worthwhile to investigate the space that poetry holds within TikTok and to analyze and question whether this dying art is truly dying or not. Perhaps poetry is just transcending the traditional form we are so accustomed to through migrating into visual media platforms such as TikTok. I aim to explore these ideas in my research, and I hope to eventually conclude whether Poetry Talk is an active, appropriate landscape for fostering poetic readership. I also aim to discover how videographic and audio elements can alter poetic interpretation. In order to answer these research questions, I will firstly develop an online public persona. This week, I have begun constructing my public persona through creating my TikTok account and following Poetry Talk creators. I will continue to develop my online public persona through sharing a minimum of 3 TikToks per week. When sharing this content, I will utilize hashtags to try and reach the Poetry Talk community. Each week, I will experiment with different ways of presenting content and reflect on audience reactions. I will source inspiration from other Poetry Talk creators and use a mixture of published and original poetic content. Constructing my public persona will offer me key insights into this media niche and will help frame the answers to my research questions. I will also conduct autoethnographic methods such as participant observation, which will be discussed in my blog post.